They called her Loony Lila. Kids whispered it. Adults muttered it. Cops rolled their eyes when her name showed up in any report. She had no home, no ID, no family anyone could trace. Just a shopping cart full of notebooks, and a habit of writing things complicated, swirling symbols on every wall she passed. Equations no one understood. Quotes from obscure philosophers. Timetables for something. She lived near the old train station, in a rusted shelter made from plastic tarps, discarded signs, and her own carefully folded chart. Every night, she'd sit cross-legged with a flashlight between her knees, scribbling into a notebook as if she were solving the secrets of the universe. No one paid her any mind, until the school closed. Millfield High, the only school in the county, shut its doors after the board declared it bankrupt. Teachers left, parents panicked. Students wandered aimlessly, loitering at gas stations, sleeping in cars, some vanishing altogether. And Lila, she kept writing. Every morning at dawn, she chalked new symbols on the walls outside the abandoned school building. Letters, patterns, math. One day, a young journalist named Maya Jackson drove through the town. She was assigned to write a piece on America's dying school districts. What she found wasn't just a ghost town. It was a silence screaming for answers. And then, she saw the walls. Lines and circles and phrases written in impossible rhythm. A kind of order in chaos, something purposeful. Maya got out of her car and stared. One phrase stood out, scrawled across the bricks like a challenge. They closed the school, so I opened the sidewalk. Maya didn't sleep that night. She took photos of Lila's wall, every symbol, every phrase. When she uploaded them to an online math forum, she expected silence. Instead, within 2 hours, her inbox exploded. Who wrote this? This is advanced topology. This equation matches a teaching pattern from MIT's OpenCourseWare. Wait, this is real. She returned the next day. Lila was there, muttering to herself, drawing more. Her hands chalked curves and angles with mechanical precision. Maya hesitated, then sat down on the curb beside her. "You're teaching," she said gently. Lila didn't respond, just kept writing. So Maya tried again. "My name's Maya. I used to be a student. You were a professor, weren't you?" Lila's hand froze midair. She turned her head slowly. Eyes sharp, not confused, not lost. "Not used to be," Lila whispered. "I still am." Her voice was cracked but certain. Maya's breath caught. Lila opened a tattered notebook and handed it to her. Inside were lesson plans, full units cross-disciplinary, math, philosophy, history, environmental science, all interlinked. Each page dated, timed, color-coded. "What is this?" Maya asked, stunned. "A curriculum," Lila answered. "For who?" "For the ones left behind." The next day, Maya went to the library, what was left of it. Dusty shelves, broken fans. But in the archives, she found something. A name. Dr. Lila Morgan. Tenure-track professor. Mathematics and Ethics Department, Evergreen University. Disappeared in 2006 after a personal tragedy. No charges, no scandal, just gone. Maya closed the file. Her fingers trembled. "She's not crazy," she whispered. "She's a genius." And no one was listening. Maya didn't pitch an article. She pitched a meeting. At the town council. At first, no one took her seriously. "The chalk lady? The bag lady? You want to give her a platform?" But the town had a problem. Hundreds of students. No teachers, no budget, no plan. And Maya had something better than a headline. Proof. She played video footage on the projector. Lila solving a complex systems equation on a cracked wall, talking through real-world applications of math in farming, logistics, even voting systems. She showed the notebooks, the timelines, the lesson plan. "She's not unwell," Maya said. "She's unrecognized." Silence. Then came the murmurs. Then a voice. "If she's as brilliant as you say, let her teach one class." Maya brought the offer to Lila, who stared at her with caution. "They laughed the last time I stood at a board," she said flatly. Maya replied, "Then this time, don't stand alone." A week later, in the basement of the abandoned community center, 12 students showed up. Some came out of curiosity. Some came for the free snacks Maya promised. But Lila didn't speak at first. She handed them chalk. "Write what you think you know," she told them. Confused, the kids scribbled random math symbols and quotes. Lila watched silently, then stepped forward. "Now," she said, Let me show you where you're wrong and why that's beautiful. And she did, slowly, brilliantly, like peeling back the layers of the universe with nothing but a piece of chalk. She didn't teach them facts. She taught them how to see. By the end of the first hour, no one moved, not even to check their phones. And when the last board was full, she circled one word written in messy handwriting: lost. Then she looked at the group. That's where most people start, she said softly. And sometimes, where they're left. That night, every student came back the next day and brought a friend. Word spread faster than flyers. The kids are back in class. My daughter's quoting Shakespeare like she lived it. That lady by the train station, she's teaching? The basement classroom grew from 12 to 30, then 60. Then, they ran out of space. Maya brought in folding whiteboards. The older kids helped scan notebooks, build a free online portal. It wasn't just a class anymore. It was a movement. They called it what Lila once whispered, the open school. No fees, no dress codes, no ranking. Just knowledge and children discovering how limitless they could be. Then, one morning, a state education official arrived. He wore a gray suit and a frown that looked permanent. He stepped inside, glanced at the makeshift classroom, and asked, "Who's in charge here?" Lila didn't speak right away. Maya stepped forward and handed him a printed semester plan. He skimmed through it. No licenses, no credentials, no certified curriculum. His tone was sharp, slicing through the quiet. Then he paused. Integrated calculus, critical thinking, and applied ethics written by whom? Lila stood. I did. And you are? Silence. Then, she picked up a piece of chalk, walked to the board, and wrote. Long, fluid strokes. Equations, theories, connections. Not just math, a map of understanding. I was once Dr. Lila Morgan, she said, tenured at Evergreen University. But when I lost my son, not by accident, but by negligence, I stepped away. Not because I broke, but because no one listens to a grieving black woman who doesn't scream. Her voice didn't waver. It didn't have to. They said I was crazy. Because I kept teaching even when no one gave me a classroom. The students sat frozen. No phones, no side chatter. Only breath. And respect. The official didn't respond. But before he left, he looked at Lila again. Longer than he needed to. 3 days later, Maya got a call. We'd like to meet Dr. Morgan again. This time, to learn. Months passed. The abandoned school remained boarded up, but the basement of the community center pulsed with life. Students arrived early, stayed late. They weren't chasing grades, they were chasing truth. Universities started asking questions. Journalists came, not for pity, for perspective. And Lila? She never asked for the title back, never demanded applause. But on the first day of fall, when the town finally reopened Millfield High, they named a wing after her, the Morgan Center for Free Thought. She cut the ribbon with chalk-stained hand, and when asked to speak, she said only this. I never stopped believing that knowledge is meant to be given, even when no one asked, especially when no one asked. No podium, no flashbulbs, just silence, and the sound of students turning pages behind her. In that town, they still whisper her name. Not in ridicule, in reverence. They remember how one woman with no credentials, no backing, no voice in the room, taught an entire generation to stand, speak, and listen. Because sometimes the most brilliant minds are the ones that never got called on. If this story made you stop and feel, if it reminded you of someone the world once overlooked, share it. Because there are still voices scribbling on walls, waiting for someone to read between the lines.